Hello there, this is Cheryl Lentz, Independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator, talking to you on Tuesday at 2. So excited. I was up at 5 o'clock this morning. I didn't get up, but I was awake, planning on what I was going to purchase because our catalog went live today. So excited. So I have 3 humongous orders coming in with all kinds of fun things. We're getting set up for our new card kits. Hi, Cindy. Our new card kits, new in-color club, new monkey cut kits, so much good stuff coming. So much good stuff coming that I want to share with you. So excited. And then today I'm doing a card that Cindy happened to do last night because she is in our hostess club. And we're going to talk about the Flowers of Friendship bundle. That's another one that has a stamp set. It has a punch. So we're going to talk about, like we did with the strawberry punch, where you can set it up so that you can stamp all the 4 items that are on the punch at one time. Stamp them one time, color them, get them all done, and it just makes it a lot faster than having all those separate blocks. So we're going to work on that. I think my camera's moving. Work on that, and then I have a hostess code for May. So if you don't have a catalog, let me know. I do have a list of all the fun things that happen in our In Color Club, which is really an exciting, fun time for us. So we're getting prepared and getting ready to do all that stuff. So I'm going to turn the camera around. If you're with me, please chat. Please let me know that you're here. Once I turn the camera around, I don't know that you're there unless I stand up. So let me know that you're here. Talking. If you watch it on YouTube, you watch it on the blog, you can send me a message. If you need a catalog, let me know. We're talking about some exciting things. I know that I have to work on my blog. That's what I'm scheduled to do this afternoon, along with doing a card kit for the puffins. So I have a lot on my plate. It's going to be a lot of burning midnight oil. So excited to get all this stuff ready for you guys. All right, I'm going to turn the camera around. We will talk about the hostess code. I'll show you that. Talk about the In Color Club, and then we're going to do a little stamping. So that's the fun part, right? All right, here we go. Turning the camera. Cindy, you already did this last night, but bear with me. Here we go. All right, there's all my mess. Here we go, a little ride. Sorry, there's my oh boy, cover up the mess. Okay, let's make this a little bit bigger. Well, maybe, yep, maybe not. I never know. Never know if it's going to work for me or not, you know. And I know I'm much louder when I stand up here. So, there we go. Okay. Well, here is our May hostess code. If you would like to order something through using my name, you can go to Stamping Journey. You can do a little shopping. Tomorrow, I'll let you know that they're adding things to the clearance rack, so you might want to take advantage of that. If you use my going through Stamping Journey and you use the code, you will receive a special gift from me. Those of you that did last month, $50 or more, at that point, you got 5 cards, 1 using a brand new product. We are collecting those, and those will be going out within a day or 2. So you will get your cards for that. So there's that. And then also I will be putting on a picture of the In Color Club. So the In Color Club, right, we get brand new colors, 5 new colors each for 2 years. We get to play with them for 2 years. So 21, 22. For each month, you get all this different products. So you end up for that, whichever, I'm starting out with the Evening Evergreen. That's going to be the first color that you would get. So you would get 4 sheets of the cardstock. It's cut and scored and ready to go. You would get the ink pad, the marker, the blends, a yard of the In Color ribbon, a re-inker. In the end, by the 5, you end up with a quarter package of the new vellum, which is absolutely beautiful. You'll also end up with a half a package of jewels. So it'll show on the picture that I'm going to put on the blog. You will also get the Create with Friends stamp set, and that one you will receive right away. That'll be with your first one, and that is this stamp set here, Create with Friends. So I thought that was like How perfect, right? We're stamping with friends, so we're going to create with friends on the Stamping Journey website. So there you go. You would receive this with your first packet. And then, oh, here's one. Oh, I don't have the ink and the re-inkers and stuff in here, but this is what it'll look like. So it'll be this color. You'll get the ombre bags. You get a yard of ribbon. You get the DSP that matches, the new in color DSP. Here is this. I'm going to pull this out just so you can see how beautiful this vellum is. Shimmery, shimmery, beautiful. Ooh la la, ooh la la. So pretty. So all of it will be in here, and this is how they package it up, nice and neat. It'll have the markers and here's our pretty little, whoops, our jewels for that color. So everything is in here. Cardstock is cut and scored. And then you'll get, probably like the third one, you'll get the Shaded Summer stamp set. Let me show you what that one is. I have it marked in my little handy dandy book here. So here we go. This is Shaded Summer. I'm making a mess here. There we go. See that? That is Shaded Summer. So pretty. I love the font. I love all the different words. I thought this was a fun one. We all thought, the girls. It was a group decision. So you'll get that. Then I have to turn over. There's so many. By the end of 5, you'll end up with 20 envelopes. You'll get the DSP like I talked about. You'll get the in color bags, which I showed. That's these cool ombre bags for each color. And you will get 5 sheets total, 5 sheets of the white cardstock, so that you have what the girls call the guts, this part that I put inside. You'll get that so you can make your cards. Also, you'll get a PDF for 3 cards. So this is where my challenge comes in, and I love this part. So the first one, you get Evening Evergreen, right? So the cards that I design will only be using things in this packet. So it'll only be that color, right? Only Evening Evergreen color. And then it's $59 per month. So if you would purchase it all at once, because we have some people that don't want to wait 5 months to get all their products, you will get an additional 5 PDFs for 5 additional cards. So using the in colors. So much fun. It's a lot of fun. So that's how they look. That's the cool part of it. And if you're interested in that, let me know, and I will have it on my website. So I'm going to move all this aside. And this is the card we're going to make today. So this is kind of cool. We are talking about Flowers of Friendship. This is the stamp set, and it's sold in a bundle. So there's the punch. There we go. So there's the bunch. The bundle of bunches of flowers. Okay. But like with the strawberry, you have 4 different items. You're cutting out a large flower, small flower, and 2 size leaves. You always look on the back, right? So what I did was I punched out. So I put my cardstock in. And I use heavy cardstock because this is a template I will leave in my folder there with the stamp set. So I punched this out. Okay, this is the back side. So then I'm going to turn it around, and I mark front red rubber up. So here this is, and then I put my rubber stamps through these holes, right? I matched them all up. So the red rubber was up, red rubber up, and then I pushed it down, pushed a block down on it. Now I have to tell you that the strawberries were photopolymer. So these, I had to trim up a little bit. So I'm going to show you. I had to cut a little bit around some of the stamps. You can see how I cut close to that flower right there. And then I cut a little bit on this leaf so that, oh my goodness, it's like, I don't know. We have people at the front door. So there we go. So I trimmed it up so that it would fit. Okay. So it goes like this, then you turn it around, and then you have all of it at once. So how that makes it easier is that for this particular card, I needed 2 sets of these, of all 4 of those items. So I have my, here we go. Here's my, this is how, when they come to club, this is what you get. So I have everything all in here. So this is what I'm going to stamp on. Here's all my little extra things. All the DSP, anything that goes inside is inside. Let me turn this way, like that. There we go. And I'm going to start with, what is that? Oh, okay. So here we go. So I'm going to use my memento. One memento, please. So because I have a lot of things on here, I'm going to ink it up this way. Dot, dot, dot. When I stamp with a punch, I always have my punch here next to me so I can see which direction. So if I stamped it this way, you know, I'm kind of upside down. So when I'm punching it and I'm putting it in through the top like this, I want the top of the large flower to match. So here we go. So I'm just going to punch stamp this. And then I like to get them all stamped and then color it before I punch it. I think it's easier to color it in when you are, there we go, to color it in when it's all contained yet. It's not a bunch of little pieces. So I use the new colors, the new in colors. First one I'm using is the polished pink and the light polished pink. And I'm doing a bigger area, so I'm using the paintbrush end. So I just kind of quick went through here like this. There we go. Ta-da. And colored all these in. So bear with me while I'm doing this. And then on this one I colored in the center. There we go. And you can do it, you know, it's pretty quick. Not so bad. I love the polished pink color. That's what I was trying to do with my nails. Miss Heidi, we were looking at all the different colors and I went with this, which I also think looks like Barbie doll color, but it's, I like it. I like it. I like the pink. So, and I love pink and green. I love pink and orange too. So, but the in color, I used this one, the polished pink, evening evergreen, and I used the soft succulent color. So now for the flowers, then I took my dark polished pink and I went on the lines here like that, just kind of following the outline here, giving it a little bit of, looks like some dimension, right? And then I also went around the outside. So I just kind of drew around each and the inside of the line and filled that in a little bit. So here we go. I'm just doing both the big ones. And then I'll go and finish off the smaller flowers. So there we go. So Chris, if you're watching, this is, Chris, you're going to be getting this. This is your set of cards here. So we do 3 cards at Hostess Club, and I think that works out nicely. So all 3 cards this month have all new sets, so that's one of the things I try to do for my Hostess Club members, is use the latest and greatest, all the newest products. I'm a real stickler, they'll tell you, I'm a real stickler about having things that are current. I rarely use anything that's retired. I have a hard time doing that. Okay, so now I went with my dark soft succulent for my leaves. So that's pretty dark. I love these 2 greens together because the evening evergreen is like just a shade darker, right? Just like barely. So there's a little line in here in these in the leaves to give it a little more definition, and they always remember that it always looks a little bit darker when you first put it on. Okay, so when it dries, it lightens up. But this is the light, this is the light evening evergreen, and this was the dark soft succulent, okay? So I'm just going to put this on these lines here. So I'm just giving a little accent down the middle where Stampin' Up! Already did it for us, told me where to put it. So here's all my flowers, and then I am going to punch them out. Whoops, first I'm going to throw the punch around. Okay, here we go. So now that I have them all lined up there, and I left the center because I'm going to put one of my adhesive sequins in there, my favorite no hole sequence. So here we go, and I just move it over. All right, line it up, move it over. Boink. There we go. Now I have all these cute little pieces, and you could still get some scrap out of there, so keep that for later. Okay, so this piece here this is going to be glued together, but I always stamp before I glue. Do you know why? In case I have to turn it over. So I always stamp before I glue. This is going to have this big flower on here, and some of these we're going to cover up, and then I'm going to put one flower on where there is no flower. So the nice thing is that I colored most of them. I will color two of the small flowers on this one. So I'm just going to stamp it on here, give it a press. Ta-da! Okay, let's bring these flowers back, the colors back, and I'm just going to do these two little flowers that are still closed up, and then the other ones are going to get covered up. So I've already done my coloring for that. So there we go with the light polished pink. And here's the dark polished pink. And again, I'm just following the lines. There we go. And then I did go around the outline so they match up with the ones that I just colored, that I punched out. So there we go. Okay, that's all I have to do on that one, because we are going to put these flowers on top of there and the leaves. So I started out with my leaves. My two flowers, I'm going to take the bigger flower and the small flower. They're going to go together. I'm just kind of lining them up here as what I'm going to do. Whoops, I'm taking the leaves with me. Here we go, like that. Okay, so then there's two different sizes of leaves. So I put one here to cover this one. I'll glue that on. And then I have one here. This is another bigger one. One here. That's going to go there. And I have one up here. And then this one is going to be covered up because I am going to put a flower there. We're going to put another flower here and a flower here to cover up those two. And then this little leaf is going to get tucked underneath here. So I will get my pickup tool, get my adhesive, yay, green glue, and I'm just going to glue these on real quick. So just a tiny little bit of glue, doesn't need a lot, just a little bit to hold that down. Ta-da! I find it easier to use and sometimes I don't put the glue on the piece I'm lifting up, I put the glue where I'm going to like put it down there. So like here, I can just put a little dab right there. Okay, like that. Okay, now my flowers. I did want them to kind of curl up a little bit, so I just took them with my finger and just kind of bent it up a little bit so you get a little bit of dimension on there. A tiny little bit here. Tiny little bit here. Come on, glue, work with me. And then I'm just putting it like this. Now you can see that flower behind, but you won't when I put the little flower on top of it. So I'm going to hide it and layer it up so it looks kind of cool. So we're going to just offset back here these two flowers, and then it covers up that flower completely underneath. So same thing with this one. Now I'm only putting the adhesive in the center of the flower here, underneath, on the underneath side, because I want to be able to push my leaf in wherever I want it to go. So I'm going to put this one here like that. Let me turn it a little bit. There we go. And do a little more there. Bending of the petals. Do a little more bending of the petals. This one's going to go here on top there. And then I'm going to put this little leaf, I'm going to just sneak it underneath here. So just a tad of glue, a little bit. Please. Come on, glue. Work with me. There we go. Okay. So that it's okay if it's kind of coming out of the picture. I like how that looks. And then I can layer this up. Ta-da! Fast and easy. Here we go. So, a little more adhesive. I liked the idea of using 3 different colors and 3 different patterns with the new DSP. So every time a new catalog comes out, we have new, it's like the Color Family DSP and new patterns. And I love the new patterns. So this is going to go off to the side here and wait for us. This is going to be my thank you for everything. So I am using my oval punch along with this. Here's my words. Here are my words. Ink that up a little bit. I'm going to punch it off to the side so that I have this tab on the end to feed it into my punch. So not to go right in the middle. There we go. And I just feed this in and line it up, and it just fits perfectly. This thank you for everything. I thought it was cute. There we go. That's going to go on there. So this is a nice piece. I think this is like, yeah, 1 1/4. So that's kind of something that you can use your scrap paper on. Keep that for all those little verses. I love this new oval punch. And it's more like a kind of a scallopy edge, wavy edge. That's going to go there. So we're just lining up our pieces here. Well, if I would get it, there we go. I moved it myself. Okay, ta-da. Now, here are the colors. So here's the Evening Evergreen in this really cool plaid, because I love plaid. So I'm lining up my cardstock on my grid so I can keep track and kind of see. I was about 1 inch off here. So what I'm doing is just lining it up with this line so I know I'm getting that on there squarely, because I had the Evening Evergreen, then I have this cute little pattern here with the polished pink, like that, and I kept it pretty close. And then a different separate pattern, this side it has the lines, but I like this kind of boxed pattern, and that's going to go right here. So I went pretty close like that, just leaving a little bit, because this piece is then going to go over the top of that. So I am going to go ahead and glue the bottom one on first. So here we go. And again, I'm just straightening out my cardstock so I can see which line I'm on here. Line that up. There and there. Okay. And then my pink piece. And a lot of times I'll go, you know, top and bottom, and then I'll center this, but I really wanted these kind of snugged up so they didn't have a whole lot between them. So that's why I'm doing it the way I am. So this one I could use the line on. This one I'm just going to use the visual and get it nice and close. And I cut these just a tad longer, so I'll trim them up. Better longer than short. It does not look good when they're short. So I have that's not in the plan to have it short. So here we go. And this one too, I'm just going to snug up pretty close. There we go, like that. I'm going to take my paper snips. I'm going to turn this around and just trim off this little bit here. It's just kind of a little tiny sliver on both of them. This one's pretty good. This side's good. So there we go. This piece is going to, of course, be backed with the polished pink. So let's put that together. The ribbon for the new in colors it's beautiful, soft, makes gorgeous bows, ties easily. Yeah, really excited about that. So let's put that piece there. So here in my little box, I have all these ribbons cut. So pull that out. We're going to take this one and put it right here. I'm going to tie a ribbon around right here. I'm not going to worry about where it is because remember I can move it just by bending my cardstock. I can move it around to exactly where I want it because I want it off to the left a little bit. So I just do a 90 degree, put my finger down, top one does all the work. It's going to sneak around here and push through. And I'm watching this top part as I'm pulling here. Ta-da! So you get a nice flat front there. So I'm going to bend it a little bit so I can pull it over. I had it down like that. Now my words are going to go there too, so I'm just going to pull this kind of off to the side like that because when I put this down, this is going to go on just like this. So I'm going to have it on and off, you know, hanging off of the edge a little bit. So I have extra here. I can cut these little wings. Maybe. Here, I'm going to get my big, do you guys have scissors that are just for ribbon? That's what this big one is, just for ribbon. I don't cut any paper with it. I just cut ribbon. There we go. Okay. So this is going to go on here. I think that did I bump that up? Yes, I did. Why, yes, I did. Of course, I used dimensionals. So let's see here. I'm going to look. That looks even on that side. When you turn it over, it looks like it's not correct, but it is. So it is. It's correct. It's going to look nice. So I usually put my dimensionals in the corners, and then because this one is a tall one, we're going to put one right in the middle here on the long side. Take this off. And my little verse, part of it will have, one end will have a dimensional on it, so it brings it to the same level. And then this is going to go right here. So I left enough that you can see that cool paper underneath there. Now, if you were really conserving, you could do snips. Like you could have just little pieces, and then you'd save this inch and a half in the middle. But I didn't do that. So on here, I'm going to put a dimensional on the end here. And then I'm going to put some adhesive here because this is going to go over the top of that layer. And then I can fit this in right here. Ta-da, just like that. So that holds this at the same level as this element here, that layer on the front. And I cut my cardstock 4 1/4 by 11, scored at 5 1/2. Sometimes it's fun to have it folding just a little bit different than just like a book fold here. So let's glue this on, and that's going to pop that color. Ooh, I love this color combination. I think it's really fun. So soft succulent, polished pink, evening evergreen. I still haven't come up with a story on those. All right, and I have to put my sequence, self-adhesive sequence here on my flower centers. So I have them all cut. This is how it is when you come to class. Everything's all cut and ready for you to go. Put that back in there. Here's my pickup tool. And here we go. So I'm going to put this one right here. I love the colors. They're just a little bit deeper. And I think it looks nice with all the dark colors here. There we go. Okay. Now we can do the inside of the card, which this I love this verse. I'm moving this stuff out of my way here. I love the verse on here. It says, where is it? Here it is. Life is better with friends like you, y'all. Isn't life better with good friends? Yep. I have a lot of wonderfuls. My stamping family is fabulous. I'm really blessed. There we go. Put that over on the side. Pray that we get this straight, you know, kind of straight. Okay, looks straight from this side. And this has a really neat stamp that has all these little baby flowers, which work out perfectly for the bottom of the card. It just gives you a little extra something, something. And of course, something else to color. So I'm just lining it up. Straight down, straight up. I can get my little blends out here. So this time, because these are so small, I'm going to use the pencil end. Just kind of colored them in with the light polished pink. There we go. Ta-da, ta-da. Cindy got a ta-da last night. Right, Cindy? Ta-da, she had it all done. We had a nice visit last night. I'm so thankful to be back and having people back, stamping, having fun, sharing our lives. Okay, and then pencil tip. So all I did with the dark was I just kind of went a bigger circle in the center here. So it mimics the flowers on the front of the card. Like that. There we go. Layer it up on my polished pink. Polished pink. So fun. Wouldn't it be fun to name these colors? We were talking about this because, you know, they pick these colors about 2 years in advance. But now if you look at our in colors and then you look around at things that are in the store right now, you're going to see these colors. I don't know how they do it, but it's pretty cool. So Cindy last night had a leather purse that was beautiful. That was like the soft succulent color. So, and then the other side had a pattern on it that had some of the evening evergreens. So she was right in style with our Stampin' Up! Colors. Pretty soon you see the world in Stampin' Up! Colors. You'll be like, oh, that's polished pink. Oh, that's evergreen. Oh, that's pumpkin pie. You never say, oh, that's orange. You just don't. That's green. You just don't. Oh, gorgeous grape. I see that. Or cocoa rose. There we go. Ta-da. Yep, we see it through the Stampin' Up! color line. So there we go. That's our card for today. That was one of the hostess cards, one of 3 that we stamped this month. So I am going to turn the camera around. I'm going to put that off to the side. Again, here is the May hostess code. If you need that code, want to order something from the new catalog, remember tomorrow they're updating the clearance rack, so you want to check that out. I'm going to turn the camera around. Here we go. Ta-da! It's just me. Hello. Okay, all set. I hope you had fun. Hi, Jean. Hello, hello. I am going to sign off. Jean, we have your cards coming to you. So I'm so excited for you to get that little packet. Thank you for your order last month. And I will be back tomorrow. I think what I might do tomorrow, because it's Winging It on Wednesday. Tomorrow is Wednesday. Yep, Winging It on Wednesday tomorrow. But I think what I'm going to do is show you the DSP that is going to be coming up with the new monkey cut kits. So we'll kind of give you a taste. If my box of goodies, one of them is supposed to come in tomorrow morning by 10. If it gets here on time, I'll have some of that laid out for you. So it'll be kind of fun to share some of the new products with you so you can see it and what we're going to be playing with for the next year. So thank you, thank you. Take care. Have a good evening. Join me tomorrow for Winging It on Wednesday at 2 o'clock. Thank you. Bye-bye.